Moana is the 2016 Disney animated adventure film directed by Ron Clements and John Musker and stars Auli'i Cravalho as its title character, as well as Dwayne Johnson. The story follows Moana, who was the only daughter of a chief in a long line of navigators. She has this instinct to be a voyager, but her father greatly disapproves as he has done the same in the past with severe consequences. However, a past curse set forth by the demigod Maui, played by Johnson, stealing the heart of the goddess of Tafiti, has caused her island's crops to fail and surrounding fish to disappear. She sets forth on an adventure to find Maui and have him return Tafiti's heart so her island can thrive again. This is the next film in my Quarantine Picks series where I'm rewatching a lot of my old favorite movies while I'm staying indoors. There's certainly a lot to love about this film, and I'm not just saying that because of the full-on Mad Max Fury Road's homage that it has right in the middle of the movie. First, the two leads in this film are fantastic. I don't know that much about Auli'i Cravalho, but I'm going to assume that this is her first major role. She definitely gives a lot of depth to this character. I feel like with a profession like voice acting that there's a very, very thin line between being too over the top and being believable as the character you're trying to portray. Cravalho does a lot to stand on her own with this role, and I feel like that's very impressive given how young she was during this movie. I want to say that she was like 15 or 16 during the production. She also has a very lovely voice. I remember being at awe at her Oscars performance the following year this movie came out. Dwayne Johnson also does a really good job as Maui. I feel like he's one of those actors that pretty much does the same thing in every role that he does, but he's so likable that it's impossible not to enjoy whatever film he's in. I feel like the story itself is really powerful. It's a female-led story, but I also appreciate that it doesn't bash you over the head with that fact. It's nice because I really enjoy watching movies like this, but I don't like when they get too overly preachy. It's definitely the typical hero's journey tale where she's the chosen one, but I also think it's a great story of a younger person going through the trials and tribulations of a calling like that. The animation in this film is fantastic as well. I always feel like animating water is probably one of the hardest things that you'd have to be able to do, and that says a lot coming from this movie since the majority of it takes place on the ocean. I definitely have to give a shout out to the animators because this is definitely a gorgeous looking movie. There's also a lot of catching songs, which I feel like is one of the most underrated parts of it. This film came out a couple of years after Frozen, so I feel like it was kind of overlooked a little bit because a lot of those songs were still hot from that movie. Regardless, all the music and songs that were written were definitely fantastic. Overall, I feel like Moana is one of those movies that you can enjoy with your family, significant other, or even just on your own. So, for Shredy's take on Moana, I'm going to say that it is highly recommended. Definitely check out this movie. It's not one that disappoints. And hey, if you have Disney Plus, I mean, you pretty much have no reason not to watch it. So, what did you think of the movie? Have you seen it? Leave a comment down below. I'd love to know what you think. If you like this review, definitely hit the like button. It helps me with the YouTube algorithm of getting my videos watched by a lot of people. You can also hit the subscribe button if you want to see more of these kinds of videos in the future. So, until next time, thank you so much for watching this review, and I'll see you on the next one. Later.